Hi guys, welcome to Celebrations of Life magazine. That is www.celebrationsoflifemagazine.com. Thank you so much. This is the October issue. We are going to be exploring together. Here we go. A little bit about us. Celebrations of Life magazine is to make the end of life a celebration, creating a safe conversation around death and dying, learning about all things funerary, but not limited to culture, history, fashion, flowers, types of funerals, food, art, and more. Oh yes, there's more than just putting the bodies in the ground here, people. Warning, I have a sense of humor, so this is not all heavy doom and gloom. Just want you to be aware of that. On our YouTube platform, we take nature and art walks. Currently, only nature walks have happened, but art walks are in the future. I would be interested to know what other things you might be interested in seeing on the YouTube platform. So you're welcome to comment below this particular video. All right, so there's clicks to the links. Also, the latest thing that I have been doing is Supper Club. And Supper Club is pretty much coming online and hanging out with me and having supper. I know, it's not complicated at all. Usually this happens at 6 o'clock, as you can see here, 6 Eastern, as we are located in Florida. So there is a link right here, which you can click and come join us for that. So it's very special and fun, and there is one uploaded on the YouTube. So check it out if it might be of interest to you. Also, if you want to subscribe to get the latest updates exclusive to you, hey, I just posted this video, the fun bubbling water ones that were currently uploaded, so you got informed of that first, and or that this has now been loaded up. Again, this is the October issue. September itself was Suicide Awareness Month, and I felt like it's always an important topic to pay attention to. So I left this up for you to see. When you click this link, you are directed to the suicidepreventionlifeline.org website. All links usually lead to what they say, unless I got it wrong, but generally I try not to. So check yourself. This is to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline. So if you know of somebody struggling or you yourself are struggling, this is the place to go. You are not alone. Also, on the fun side of life, because again, it's not all doom and gloom here, we have a poetry contest coming up. So I want you to pay attention to the date. Very important. So September, I don't know what month I'm in. It's October, people. There I go. By November 7th, poems need to be in. In the line of poem, there must be this prompt. Exactly this. Really, really good things are coming soon. This line, really, really good things are coming soon, must be in the poem somewhere. I don't care if it's the title, in the middle, at the end, inserted sideways, inserted however you want. But this line, really, really good things are coming soon, must be in the poem. Okay? Poem will be chosen live, and we will read them out loud, pretty much the top 10 to top 5, depending on how many entries we have. Also, it will be featured in both the December and January issues of this magazine. Super! Top prize is a $50 U.S. gift card. Runner-up gets a $25 U.S. gift card. Ta-da! You can't go wrong. All you're doing is submitting a poem. And there you go. Again, submissions are due by Saturday, November 7th by 9 p.m. Submit them to the Gmail account, celebrationsoflifemagazine@gmail.com, and they will be read online. The following, I've got this on my calendar. Bear with. Friday the 13th. That happens, yes. So Friday the 13th, they will be read live around the evening hour, primarily 7 to 8 o'clock. I need to update that on the website. Thanks so much for that knowledge. So Friday 13th, they will be read. The poem is due by Saturday the 7th. Okay? Also, if interested, we have Facebook and we have Instagram. So there you go. We're going to close that out. So on Instagram, we are Celebrations of Life magazine. Very exciting. Picked up some new followers recently. Thank you so much. Shout out to the followers. Also have a Facebook page. Here we go. Not logging in right now, but it's called Celebrations of Life. For some reason, I couldn't get the word magazine up in there. Also, I have some Etsy curated. Yes, and by curated, I mean I went, I looked, I made sure that it fit the theme. So these lovely people here, you will see, have been curated for you. They are stationery and various designs related to in memoriam, memorial candles. Really cool way to immortalize if you had a lot of flowers at the funeral and you want to keep them as a memory. This is a good way to do it. The glass robin. Some people like to pass out things as you would per se a wedding. So glass robin is available. And last but not least, urns. So these urns are not large. They are nice and they are handmade. So that's really cool there. And again, each link, when you click it, takes you directly to their page. So you can look it over and decide for yourself and do your shopping. And then if you do go to Dances with Woods, he has a discount offered that's on another page. But nonetheless, say you found it here and that's why you're shopping there, and he'll give you a discount. Okay? Okay. Now, if you are on Etsy and you are keen to be part of the curated, just reach out. There is the contact page, lots of ways to reach out, and I look forward to hosting your platform because we do have different themes coming up. So, for instance, this month is a music theme as well as a wellness theme. As you can see, we got lots of wellness and some music. So, for October, that's the theme. And then I also have for the theme of November coming up, pets, kids dealing with grief, and a few other topics. Okay? So, up and coming, very excited to announce Grief and Potluck podcast coming soon. Yes, I podcast. Technically, I already have podcasted, but for specifically this website, this will be the podcast, and there will be links to that in the near future, aka November, because, yeah. So, this is just the announcement to let you know Grief and Potluck are coming soon. Also, in my podcasting ventures, I have been fortunate to come across this lovely lady, Tavana Gibbons. So you will see her article here. Give you a moment. Her links are below. I found this interesting in regards to the article that, 8 months later, everybody grieves differently, so don't stress about how you're grieving. Her face, she realized, I know what laughter is like. She cracked a smile. So, understand, it may take a while, or it may not take a while. Everybody grieves differently, especially if you've been dealing with somebody who's been sick for a really long time. You're kind of in that grief, living that grief, and here you are. Now you're past that grief. Whereas for Tavana, it was pretty instantaneous grief. So understandable how she grieved. So as of October 2020, it has been 6 years since her husband's death. She does have 2 children and took them to Camp Erin. You can look that up on Google. I might have a link in the November issue, as she has another article for us and these camps that she was able to go to in assisting her children in helping them learn to grieve. So these are some of her recommendations for self-care in her wellness journey. Taking local trips, making your home absolutely irresistible, and things to consider. Giving yourself the right people to lean on, give yourself time and space. Pause and ask yourself, what do I need right now? Do you need space? Do you need a cookie? Do you need to just sit and read a book? Listen to music? It's different for everybody. I'm just throwing out things. So, don't feel guilty about what you need. Her hope is that every widow can experience a vibrant life after loss. So, that is part of her podcast. She is still standing. So you can click that link. Again, this is October's. So if you no longer see October, then we've moved on to November. But again, I am fortunate. She will be putting in a link, will stay, because she's got another article coming for November. So She Is Still Standing podcast. The site is called Tavona Givens. That's TAVONA.GIVENS. Wait, I'm so sorry. I said that wrong. TAVONAGIVENS.com. You can see that. I think I said the dot too early. So, TavanaGivens.com. She Is Still Standing podcast. There she is. Woohoo! So you can go there to listen to her podcast further, okay? If you miss the link. So, and this article is copyrighted by her. Nature and art walks, like I mentioned, so lots of ways to get to the YouTube. There's other things such as this magazine upload. So you can review the old magazines. So for August and September, as well as now October that you see before you. So in today's life that we're living, it is good to give support. Don't just keep to yourself. Encourage other people. Encourage yourself. Encourage a little physical activity. Again, this one goes back to the suicide prevention, but all things related in regards to if someone is struggling. So if you're struggling, do this, but reach out. If you know someone that's struggling, reach out to them. Okay, there's no such thing as a secret in this day and age when it comes to someone who is considering taking their own life. Please don't keep that a secret. It's very important that they get the help that they need. All right. Again, Etsy, links below. Music. So I put the poetry contest info right here. And need to make the event date larger. But nonetheless, poetry. See where I got my inspiration? Isn't that cool? So the poetry contest again is all poems are due in by Saturday, November 7th. Tagline that must be in there, or prompt, however you want to call it. Really, really good things are coming soon. Okay? We will then read them out loud on Friday the 13th of November. Check out the YouTube page for time. And that information will be updated in the November issue as well, so stay tuned. But you can easily join via Facebook to get that update as well. So one article I received from a lovely lady named Jerry Blount, as she is a musician. She writes songs. Excuse me. Was celebrating life with music. So here is her article. So the main point of her article is honoring your loved one's legacy and memory with special music will remind you of their life, how they lived, how they loved, special moments that will forever be embedded in your heart. Music is life, and life is music, the heartbeat to your soul. There's a picture of Jerry, and she has sung with the likes of Waylon Jennings, Aaron Tippin, Jet Williams, Black Hawk, The Lost Trailers, and Joe Nichols. More about Jerry can be found on her website, which is Jerry, GERIBLOUNT, music.com. So you can easily find her there and learn more about her. Sorry for the cookie pop-up. Right. Now, in every month, I like to put in a book or books, depending. And in this particular month, Marie Forleo, who is a life coach and among many other little things, has put out a book called Everything is Figure Outable. And a lot of times we feel overwhelmed in the world. And so part of her book is encouragement. She has also a website with links if you want to find that. It's under her name. Not hard to find. She is inspirational. I have been inspired. I have moved forward in a couple opportunities without, holding myself back, basically. Listening to her and one other lovely lady in the world at large on their podcast too, as well as their interviews and through their books. And her tagline is that the world needs your special gift, which is really cool. So kudos to her. Definitely recommend it. Again, Supper Club coming up November 11th. Check my calendar. Yes, there it is. Supper Club. So join us there. Also, a musical book, Richard Strauss, A Musical Life by Raymond Holdens. Not a biography. No. It's about how he made his living, something about his career. It's kind of interesting. I flipped through it. So, Feeling the Music is another book called Simple Retreats for a Woman's Soul by Sue Augustine. And these are her recommendations on some different pages of the book. Listen to some music. Find sanctuary in a garden. Being outdoors is very uplifting, as you'll see in the October issue. On the uploaded YouTubes, there I go. I lost my thought. Break from tradition. Sometimes every Friday you might do X, Y, and Z. Well, try something different. And have a game night. Get out there. Be social. All right. Every issue there is a coloring page for the child or inner child within us all, because we're all dealing. And sometimes we don't know how to deal with grief. So the bear, isn't he cute, is here for you to tell your story. So how does the bear feel? Sometimes it helps to process emotions through a third-party expression, even though you're the first party experiencing these emotions. So, where is the bear? How is he wearing his clothes today? Whatever your imagination does, okay? My imagination says, oh, good grief, not again. But, don't just take it on sight. Make up a story. Have fun with it. Incorporate your children, as they will experience grief at some point in their early lives, if not later in life. Helpful to help them figure it out. Also, we have a Pinterest page, very active. Quite a few of you are clicking on some links, so thank you so much. In our Pinterest page world, we are called Celebrations of Life magazine. Ta-da! And followers, it's neither here nor there. It's Pinterest. I don't stress it. There are fun pins. So we've got single flower, big impact, because sometimes people can't afford massive flower arrangements, or nor do they want them at a funeral. Totally understandable. So this one's really cool about single flowers. Then here's some fun ideas with celebratory flowers. Some people might like a garden meadow. Some people might be artistes and want that look. Totally understandable. Then we have elaborate. We have pets. We have unique celebrations, send-offs, because we're all unique. Totally. So we might want something different. Granted, this may look like a wedding situation, but not necessarily, okay? Open your mind. Bridge the gap. Wouldn't you love to have a little wine bar situation going down at yours? Why not? Why does it have to be at a wedding? Pshaw. Make it pretty. I would love s'mores, personally. I want y'all to have s'mores at my funeral. And look at that cake. Honestly, wouldn't you want to have that at your funeral? You'd be the talk of the town. So not only in life, but in death, they're still thinking of you. How fun is that? Memorial garden. People have collections you could put on display. Now, this is a fun one. It's a little cheeky. What the mistress wore. Yep, because, in the movies, people have mistresses, and therefore, there it is. This one can change. I got fall fashion right now. I did have summer fashion somewhere. It's coming up. Kids and funerals, so ideas for them, chalk art. They might want something to do in the driveway while everybody's inside crying their eyes out. You never know. Make your space cozy. Foods to share. Hello. We all need some food at a funeral. Why not share the best food? And then we've got feelings, because we do have feelings that exist. Here we go. Summer fashion. Inappropriate. Yeah, I went there because, honestly, how crackers is some of this stuff? It's a bit inappropriate to wear to a funeral. This is my inspiration piece right here. Ta-da! I know, right? Say what? Yeah, so then we got cultural around the world. I was very fortunate in the September issue to talk with a lady from Sweden. She is a death doula. She runs a funeral home. Such an amazing lady. Lovely Anne. And so there's more on her information in the September issue, which you can scroll through like this one and see about that. And then there's quirky, because I like the word quirky. And then I think, honestly, some of this is quirky, and you never know what people are wearing these days. But it's quirky if you were to wear it to a funeral. Kind of fun and quirky. That one's kind of fun. Fun and quirky. All right, so told you again, it wasn't all going to be hard and heavy, because that's just not my personality. Now, virtual wellness is something that we've had to flip to in this day and age of virus. Yep, 2020 sucks. But we're working through it, people. Excuse me. Working through it together. So here we have a virtual wellness retreat, which you can take through Project Passport. So wrote a bit of an article about the owner of Project Passport. You can read that here. All right, you can click the link here and go to project-passport.com. The tribe is specifically for ladies, but if you work at a company, want to deal with or look into the different retreat options, different information is available there, okay? So, yes, travel, but currently virus, so travel got put on hold. Nonetheless, project-passport.com if you're looking to get some virtual wellness. And that was a conversation between myself and Sabria, the owner, founder of Project Passport. Also, if you happen to decide to purchase a retreat or you sign up for anything, mention you found it here as a kudos shout out. That would be appreciative. People like to know where you found them sometimes, and there we go. Now, Etsy, quite the marvelous place. Jacqueline Jewelry has face masks with musical notes on them. Molecular Motifs has some cool music note along with some other interesting artifacts here, but there are some musical notes. She has rings, she has bracelets. Possibility of a customized. Oh, did you see that? Isn't that fun? Look at that one. So yeah, lots of interesting jewelry, but there is musical note jewelry, which is why she's here. Also, music boxes. So click here. They design music boxes. No, it's not music. I know, but it's music for your mouth. Look at that. You know who used to make divinity? Grandma. You know who's not around anymore? Grandma. Who has the recipe? Not me. So, yeah, I'm going to order some of this because somebody in the world likes it. I liked it. I didn't hate it. I don't think I like the stuff with nuts, but that's just me personally. I would flip and eat around the nut. Oh, yeah. So give me straight divinity. It's so good. He also has fudge, so up to you. But again, music for your mouth is where I went with that one. You're welcome. Yeah, I know you did not want to hear me singing, but there it was. There it was. So in each magazine subscription time frame, such as October, we have funeral planning checklist, okay? So you got to check your list, check it twice. So there are not only funeral home directors, but there are also people now called death doula. So yes, like a birth doula, midwife style, a death doula helps you deal with getting your affairs in order before your death. Side note, I'm currently taking that as a certificate to see what that's all about. So, perchance, I will become a certified death doula. We shall see. Sky's the limit, people. It's 2020. So, you got to choose your casket or cremation, write up your obituary. If you missed August, we have a great, I'm sorry, it's either August or September. In August or September, there's a great article on writing up an obituary. I highly recommend you read it. It is by one of our contributing writers, Ellen Rainey. She is a really good writer. She also has books, and you can find her website. There's a link. You can see how to get to it, how it's spelled out, etc. Because I click links, as you see. So how to write an obituary, super helpful there. Pretty much figure out how close your family is, because your immediate families are going to want to know that you have now just put your affairs in order and what you want done, because they may not know. Death certificates are super important. Going to have to gather a bunch of information for that. A bunch of information you're going to need before some people in your life are gone, so you might get that now because you might not really know their full names and you might need that. The funeral itself, type of funeral you're looking to have, which again, some of these are articles we will cover in the near future, but for the resources you have out there and the most immediates, these are things you've got to figure out when you're putting together information for your funeral. And yes, what to wear. Because Lord knows you may not look good in lime green, and if they put you in it, but if you look good in emerald green, super. One of the later trends is just greenery. So some people skip the flower and go with greenery, which is cool. Different option. And again, Project Passport, these are some of the things that you benefit from when you do the virtual retreats. So if you're doing them for your employees in your company, lots of great opportunities there. There are no boring presentations. I have personally sat in on a couple of them as they are virtual, as I was invited to do so, and therefore can attest firsthand that they are good to go. All right. So again, if you do click the link or go to Project Passport, project-passport.com, advise that you found them here by Celebrations of Life magazine. All right. All right. Moving forward. What a fun transition word. Moving forward, I was fortunate enough to come across Shannon Battle. She has a great little book out that I highly recommend. You can find on her link, which we'll click on. But her article is Finding Your Way Through Troubled Times. So she has done quite a bit in her lifetime so far. Mom of 5, which I don't know how anybody keeps up, so kudos. So you can find her on her website, which is shannonbattle.com. She's got podcasts, she's got books, she is licensed, she is one smart cookie. So check her out. Integrative wellness is about rewiring and resiliency for better health. I'm going to pause here as I take care of the kitty cat. A lot of people recommend getting out into nature, taking some deep breaths outside. That does seem to be the trend, the running. I wouldn't say trend, sorry, but the running facts of life. Step outside. Even if you take a 5-minute stroll, it's 5 minutes outside. You're going to do better than staying indoors all day long every day. I found this interesting. The Dr. Emoto and his water molecule test. I mean, we know there's such a thing as plants that have opposite effects when it comes to dealing with listening to the different types of music. So, in that regard, music, water, plants, they have molecular structures, and apparently molecular structures are influenced by the noise that they listen to. I do have some videos about bubbling water. So if you need a little uplift, you can take one of those clicks on our YouTube channel and enjoy the sound of water. Collectively, Nicole Waters, right? Fun, is a practitioner of integrative wellness with the Sunshine Integrative Wellness location you can find at sunshineintegrativewellness.com. Also, you can go to the website. There it is. sunshineintegrativewellness.com and learn more and reach out to her. So we can take a nature walk. Aren't they cute? Okay. Good times. Got some big ones. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I know. Sometimes I don't know when to stop talking. Dances with urns. Here we go. Ta-da! Dances with woods. Don't ask. I seem to mess that up almost every other time. Dances with wood. Yep. Offering you 10% off. Use the discount code 123GO. This is his last month to advertise with us in this large manner. So pay attention. If you are in a different month than October and you have not gone to his site during August, September, October, then you go to his site in the Etsy world. You tell him, hey, I found you on Celebrations of Life. And he may still offer you that discount. But this is available currently right now, September, October. And so if you're past these months, check with him if this discount is still good. Okay? So that was integrative wellness. We're almost to the finish line, folks. I know. And you can speed up and slow down. That's the joy of the buttons. Oh, I forgot to define potluck. I'll get back to that. All right. So cards and food. Yep. Things you should do in this day and age. Send a card. Why not? Send a card. So I've got it right here. Birds in flight. You can send this cute little card. Or if people like a little bit more cheekiness, they can have a martini card. So currently these were inspired by Burrito, created by yours truly. And then I also have an opportunity if you want to send out 6 cards, 6 different people, or the same person over the course of month. So you can send them a card every other week, give them a cheer, what have you. So again, Supper Club is available for November. You click it, you go, ooh la la, and you go purchase. And yeah, it's only $10 to hang out and eat with me. I mean, just trying to support the magazine. So don't think it's like, oh my gosh, she's just trying to make a buck. Yeah, well, I'm trying to support the magazine because in order to have great articles and to get great content, some people like to be paid for their work. So some of those lovely people that write articles for me have graciously given, but others, they want to be paid. So got to do something for them, as well as hang out with you guys, because I thought this would be a fun idea. Because one of the things I thought I would do in 2019, rolling into 2020, was host events. Well, Supper Club was going to be one of these events. And technically, I can host this event, but I can't host it with a large crowd, hence online. So here we are, Supper Club. Come hang out with us, all right? Also, if you want to advertise with us, there are opportunities to advertise for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months on the whole. And if you notice the running theme of color, I do try to have a little smartness to myself. It's orange for October. All right. Welcome to the About page. Take a walk. I know, I'm advertising my YouTube page a lot, but why not? Because this is where you go check out nature. If you can't get outside today, then I've done it for you. Ta-da! Sidewalk, bugs, the noise of the road. Oh, the noise of the road.
Ooh,
It's
how
for
cool
real.
is that?
Check out that bamboo. Pretty awesome. All right. So, you can take a walk in nature. How my journey began. That's me. I know. I'm so cute. I am the Chief Creative Officer. Boop-a-doo! Yes, because I created. All right. So, pretty much what inspired me. That's always there. Mr. C.O.L says, thank you for stopping by. Come by again because we are monthly. So every month you will see new articles and new colors and new art, etc., etc. So if you want to reach out and contact us, again, if you want to follow us, we are on Instagram. Ta-da! We are on Pinterest. Any minute now, I got this. Ta-da! And we are on Facebook. Doo-doo-doo-doo! Here we are. All right. Beach picture theme. Yes, because I am a Floridian. All right. So if you want to advertise with us, there we are. If you're interested in providing photographs, I'm happy to put links. We're happy to talk finances, but I'm not talking it here. If you want to contribute to the color page, awesome. Because, you know, you could be a great artist and have something to contribute. I would highly welcome it. And then again, we will put links to your website, your art, etc. Okay? Interested in writing an article? Well, in November, as mentioned, we are talking about pets. We are talking about kids in grief. I have not been able to focus on some friends that have passed away, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean that in the facts of I could not get my article written yet. So there could be articles written, and yet there may not. But the main focus for November is pets and grief with children and how they deal. And in December, we'll talk about a particular religion and how they deal with death. Technically, it is a culture. So India is a culture that's upcoming. Judaism is a culture and a religion. So again, I don't limit myself because there's lots to learn from various places. And then we're going to have a cookie exchange. What? Yeah. So if you have a cookie recipe, highly recommend you submit that. All right. You can reach out through Celebrations of Life Magazine at gmail.com. I will not respond to hate mail, so don't waste your time. Also, if you are interested in any of the Etsy products that we advertise, I am not responsible if you are displeased with them. That's your problem with them, not me, to be very honest. It's not my fault you didn't like what they had. So, potluck. Potluck is, according to Webster's dictionary, a regular meal available to a guest or a communal meal which brings people and food together. And that is where I'm at with life, communal. Yes. And then, ironically enough, whatever is offered or available in a given circumstance at a given time. So, there will be topics on grief. There will be topics on potluck. There will be a mixture of topics, but we're going to stick to the title, Grief and Potluck, because that's what you get. You get a little bit of grief, but I'm not all doom and gloom, and so you're going to get a little potluck. And a potluck is a potluck is a potluck. If you never have been in the South and you have no idea what a potluck is, I highly recommend you send me an email and I will chat about a potluck with you. Not a problem. So thank you again for visiting the October issue of Celebrations of Life Magazine.com. Again, put those 3 W's because you'll end up somewhere else if you don't. So www.celebrationsoflifemagazine.com. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to sharing with you in the upcoming month of November the fun poetries, the Grief and Potluck podcast, and much, much more. Have a great, awesome day. Thank you so much for stopping by.